Okay, so I could find out some time to do some work today. Uh, Basically, I wanted to state some objective as to what we are doing, why we are doing. But then I realized that the best way would be to keep the objective simple at first. Okay, uh, a simple basic objective could be just to make a new school, just to start out with, because as we go ahead, the objective will get revised. Right now, I just know that there is some issue. There's something wrong with the Indian education system, and something needs to be done about it. So right now, when we are just starting out, let's keep the objective very simple to just to make a new school, because there is a problem with the current schools. So how do I begin? Uh, Simple. I think defining the problem would be a good start. Okay. Uh, whatever issues are there with the current Indian schools, we can jot them down. Correct. It will be a bit time consuming, given that have we already have our primary objective of creating a new school. But then, if we want to address certain problems, we need to first identify them. So we'll be just jotting down the problems, the issues with the current education setup in the Indian schools. Even before touching the internet, I just jotted down some of the issues which came in my mind. Okay. Of course, first was the syllabus. The syllabus is not in line with what is expected today. Most of us are not equipped with certain basic things like the financial knowledge. Okay, we do not know how to handle our finances. Most of us earn money, but then we do not know how to invest. We just keep it idle in our banks. Correct. So syllabus is one of the issues. Let's focus on critical thinking and problem solving. Uh, in our schools, we are aware, we are made to work in groups sometimes, okay, but then we would not, uh, the amount of time that we spend in projects or solving problems is not enough, or analyzing a particular thing, uh, which develops our critical thinking and problem solving abilities. So there is a less focus on that. The students, uh, some of the students already know what they want to do, or to be more precise, some of the students do not have interest in particular subjects, and yet they are made to learn that subjects. Uh, like geography. Some people do like geography, but then most of us don't use geography right now, correct? Uh, yes, we don't use geography in our professions. So, an introductory course in geography is good, but then studying geography throughout, for those 10 years, I don't see the point. Then, lack of exposure to real life scenarios. This is basically the projects. They should give us projects as to if this thing is happening, what will be your reaction, or how will you come up with a solution. So right now with Corona thing going on, a simple project for a ninth standard group can be, you know, okay, come up with a possible solution for this coronavirus. Keep you are the government, okay, and what would be your possible solution, or how will you handle, how will you contain this coronavirus pandemic? How will you go about with things? That can be a possible project wherein the students are made to think about real life situations and come up with solutions. Of course, most of our schools do not have adequate resources, lack of quality teachers, less money, correct? Of course, and the other thing is the teachers. Okay, we some of the schools, they do have teachers, they do have good teachers, but then their knowledge is not getting upgraded because they have not subscribed to certain bodies who help them with evolving their teaching methods, evolving their pedagogies. So these teachers, uh, they have been teaching good, but then they have been teaching the same kind of thing for the last 10 years. And if you keep the pedagogy same for over 10 years, it no longer remains relevant. Some innovation has to be brought in into your teaching methods, into your pedagogy. So that is where some problem is there. The other thing remains, okay, there is lack from the internet. Now I scored the internet as well. Some of the points that they have written is lack of affordable education, which is correct. Most of the students, they are not able to afford education, correct. High student teacher ratio. For every one teacher there are 22 students in our uh, in India. In developed countries, the ratio is 11.4. Okay, for 11.4 students, there is for a teacher there to take care of them. Lack of innovation in curriculum. Uh, our curriculum, like I mentioned, it's been same